found in the city of the Lord. Yet shadows whispered in his mind, and he unsheathed forbidden swords. He raised up altars to the stars, bowed to the host of heaven's flame, built pagan fires in sacred courts, and stained Jerusalem with shame. He carved the Asherah in the house where once the holy presence dwelt, set idols where the incense burned, and truth beneath his heel was felt. He walked the valley red with screams, made sons pass through the searing fire, consulted spirits, whispered dark, fed ancient serpents their desire. Blood ran down the city streets, from prophets' lips to children small. Innocent cries filled Zion's stones. His name became a curse to all. From east to west the evil spread, the covenant seemed torn apart. The throne of David crowned with ash, a serpent coiled around his heart. And heaven thundered enough. The armies came like iron rain, hooks in his pride, chains in his hand, dragged from his palace into dust, led captive to a foreign land. No crown, no court, no false gods near. Just stone and darkness, cold and long. A king alone with what he'd done. The weight of blood, the stench of wrong. In Babylon, forgotten cell, the silence spoke what prophets cried. No altar left to blame but self, no throne to shield, no lie to hide. He bowed not to the host of stars, but to the God he wants to fight. Face to the earth, tears on the chains, the serpent in his chest had died. Oh God of Abraham, hear me. God of David, spare me breath. I build my kingdom over bones. I led your people into death. If mercy still remembers me, if covenant can reach this far, break these idols from my soul, outshine the darkness with your star. And heaven moved. The iron broke, the chains fell down, the king returned without his crown. Back through the gates he once profaned, back to the city scarred by flame, but not the tyrant who had ruled. A broken man who bore his shame. He tore down altars to the sky, shattered Baal and crushed the groves, ground the idols into dust, scattered their fragments in the road. The Asherah fell from the court, strange God shattered stone by stone. The temple cleansed of foreign breath, the Lord reclaimed what was his own. He rebuilt walls his sin had cracked, commanded you to serve the Lord, not from fear of losing power, but from the mercy he'd endured. The man who filled the streets with blood now wept for what his hands had done. The king who burned his children's cries now bow before the Holy One. His name once poison on the tongue.
Yet when he turned with shattered pride, the Lord did not leave him alone. When shadows speak, when guilt like Babylon surrounds, a God who heard Manasseh's cry still breaks the deepest prison grounds. Idols fall, altars burn, mercy waits when hearts return. The blood you spill, the harm you've sown, confess beneath his sovereign throne, will not outmatch the crimson flood that washes kings and rebels clean. From darkest reign to humbled knees, from serpent crown to contrite plea, the story stands through time and flame. If God restored Manasseh's name, he can restore you the same.